Time now to read and react. Starting in New England, top edge rusher Matthew Judon looked to get into a fiery conversation yesterday with head coach Jerod Mayo. While not taking part in practice, Judon looks to be holding in as he looks to await a new contract. Now, multiple players told the ESPN Judon was not seen at the Patriots facilities. Field, what's the holdup here?
Tricky one here, Kev. Judon will be 32 in just about 2 weeks. You don't often see guys at that position getting a third contract, this would be sort of where he is at now after this 4-year, $52 million deal with the Patriots. At the same time, Kevin, over the past 3 seasons, he's their best player.
Yep.
Their best, most productive player. And the Patriots have doubled down on a ton of players this offseason. Extensions going out the door left and right. He's probably sitting there saying, what have I not done over the past 3 seasons? I know he was injured last year, played just 4 games. Tricky one for the Patriots. They got to find some middle ground because I believe he still is their best or second best defensive player along with Christian Gonzalez.
And he is a bargain at $7.5 million.
Yeah. Well, they kind of borrowed money when they redid his deal last year from this season, setting up a renegotiation this offseason. That obviously hasn't gotten done yet, hence why we are in this very tricky spot.
32 sacks in his last 38 games. Let's go to Denver. John Elway was on Pardon My Take, the podcast, and he spoke about the 2018 draft class and passing on Josh Allen. And listen to this. He said, last year I played golf with him, and I'm wondering how long is it going to take for him to realize that I passed on him and took Bradley Chubb instead. It took him 2.5 holes, and I loved him, but it just didn't work out. He was my type. That was probably my biggest mistake of my GM days, was not taking Josh. Damian, do you think this was Elway's biggest mistake?
Well, duh. Absolutely. We know the misses that John Elway has had at the quarterback position, the most important position in sports. And so when you have an opportunity to take a guy like Josh Allen, who's a top 3 quarterback we have in the National Football League, and you see the options that you've had in your organization, the Denver Broncos, man, it's got to be a gut punch to you. So, yeah, this one hurts. This one hurts a lot.
By the way, the Broncos hope Bo Nix is the final answer after years of mistakes since Peyton Manning left the team, and that is nearly a decade ago. To Florham Park, where it was reported that Aaron Rodgers was unhappy with the sloppiness of the Jets and their practice. Here's Alan Lazard on his quarterback.
You're talking about one of the best, if not the best, quarterback of all time. And his standard and level of play is something that a lot of guys haven't even seen yet. Even this organization, they haven't really been with him on a game day, because being with him on the sideline on a Sunday is different. He obviously expects the same standard that he holds himself to out of everyone else. And today just didn't resemble that at all. I think as an offense, we were just a little bit sloppy at first.
Back here with Jeff Darlington. Jeff, what's going on with the Jets?
Nothing. That's the beauty of training camp. There's no problem. There's no drama. We can spin anything into a fluffy positive. It's all rainbows and sunshine. Nobody has any losses. It's okay. Leadership, accountability, all is fine in Florham Park. Kevin, you're not allowed to say otherwise.
Somebody's drinking the Kool-Aid. It's green. Clearly, Field, while he's the type to tell the public to relax, could Rodgers be really feeling the pressure right now?
In the sense of, is his job security compromised? No, but of course his entire Jets organization is feeling the pressure because of the fact that when they traded for Aaron Rodgers, the move was made with one very explicit goal. Win the Super Bowl, right? That's the standard that you set for yourself when you have this elite defense and you have a 4-time NFL MVP under center. So I think the real pressure within the building is felt mostly by the head coach and the GM. As we all know, a critical year ahead for Robert Saleh and Joe Douglas. But I think that Aaron also, probably because of his resume, feels like every year should be a Super Bowl contending level season. So maybe he does feel pressure to get to that level once again.
Guys, it's the beginning of training camp. You guys, you want me to stress out about one bad practice? I mean, come on, man. I'm not about to do it. And it ain't got nothing to do with drinking the Jets Gatorade, Kool-Aid or anything like that. We just need to relax. If it was week 5 and the Jets offense was stinking it up, oh, yeah, 5-alarm, sounds will be going off in the building. But literally, we're in week 2 of training camp. Let's pump the brakes a little bit here.
Oh yeah, I wasn't saying he's feeling pressure from the practice today. I'm just saying in general, if you look at the season holistically.
Oh yeah,
it's a pressure cooker season down there.
Holistically, way to use that word specifically with Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. Holistically, yeah,
was not what I was going for right there.
That.
Listen, no one pays it. No, listen, there's no media in New York. It's not a big deal. It'll probably all fly under the radar.
They do not overreact to anything. D Wood, you know that they're very calm and cool, just like the Green Bay media. They'll handle it really well. Cooler heads. All right.
It's hard to wake up in the offseason at 6 a.m. to go train and work out. It's hard to throw, catch, block, and tackle, only to go home that night bruised and battered and strained, knowing you have to show up again the next day for just the chance to try again. My advice, prepare yourself.
Ain't nothing different until it hurts. Until you win, run till you're out of breath. If you fall, you crawl. Hope like you can see it. Walk like you mean it. Take your respect in this life. Ain't nothing
Training camp rolls on around the NFL and the QB competition. Also under a microscope in Pittsburgh, the Steelers had Russell Wilson all suited up and ready to go at practice this morning. After missing the first 4 practices with a calf injury, Wilson returned to team activities for their first padded session. The QB was limited in practice, however, did go 6 for 6 in 7-on-7 drills. Here's what Mike Tomlin and Russell Wilson had to say on his return. It's new on SportsCenter.
Russ getting back to action today. We had him in the helmet. He played some 7-on. Got a little 11-on-11 work, not a lot. We'll keep progressing with that throughout the week and moving forward, obviously with the mindset of no steps backwards as we do so.
How much is Russ able to kind of dictate how much work he does? Is it something that you guys are implementing, or is he able to raise his hand and get in there?
I'm slowing down the progress, and I think I've been pretty clear with you guys about that.
It's hard being on a pitch count like that? No, it's good. I mean, I'm watching every rep and watching everything, and if I'm not in there, but then also getting the reps today was really good, for me, just to be able to do 7-on-7 and be in the mix. That was the plan the whole time, and just to be able to get as many reps in 7-on-7 as I could, and that was really good stuff today.
Steelers reporter Brooke Pryor with us right now. And Brooke, Russell Wilson expected to up those reps this week as he recovers from that calf injury. What can you tell us that you saw from him out there on the field today?
Well, Amina, as you heard Mike Tomlin say, they are being very deliberate about how they work Russell Wilson back into the fold here. He did 2 reps of team drills, 11-on-11, and those were just handoffs. Otherwise, it was mostly Justin Fields and Kyle Allen. But we did see him come in and throw 6 pass attempts during 7-on-7. He did 4 reps, rotated by 4 reps with Justin Fields, and then he capped it off with 2 more throws. And one of those throws was a moonshot to Connor Hayward, the third-year tight end, fullback, versatile weapon for the Steelers. And Hayward came up to Russell Wilson afterward and said, "Oh my gosh, man, thank you so much for throwing me that moonshot." And that's something the two of them have worked together in the offseason in San Diego. And Connor Hayward said it was great to see that ball from Russell Wilson, to be able to get that out there on the field with him, because to this point, they hadn't done that so far in training camp.
And Russell Wilson in competition with Justin Fields for that starting role. You reported today that Justin Fields had his best practice that you've seen so far. How has Fields looked with more reps and the spotlight now on him?
Yeah, Amina, both Russell Wilson and Justin Fields completed every single pass attempt today at practice. And Justin Fields told me afterward that this is the best he's felt and played during these practices. But he was quick to note that something did feel a little bit off with his mechanics. He compared it to a golfer in a golf swing, where maybe he carded a good score, but he could just feel that something wasn't quite right. So he said he's working with one of the assistant quarterbacks coaches, Matt Baker, to kind of tweak some of those things. He said it might have been just something getting back in the pads, has to get back used to the rhythm of throwing and working with these receivers. But for Fields, the biggest thing is consistency. So it's not just enough that he was making those routine plays routinely today. We saw some design runs. We saw him throw some deep balls. We have to see him get out tomorrow and the next day and the day after that to really make this a tight competition with Russell Wilson.
Yeah, Justin Fields focusing on those details. The Steelers' first preseason game is August 9th against the Texans, and Brooke braving all the elements for us here on SportsCenter. Thanks so much, Brooke.
We're here in the air conditioning, so that's our betting analyst Tyler Fulgham back with us. So what's a play that jumps out to you for the Steelers?
It's over 8.5 wins. We know this stat, and I'll tell you in case you haven't heard it. The Steelers haven't had a losing season in 20 years. Mike Tomlin's been there 17 years, has not had a losing season. At ESPN Bet, their win total is 8.5. So a non-losing season in a 17-game schedule, David, means you need at least 9 wins. So I would go over that. Now, at ESPN Bet, 90% of the bets made in this market are on the Steelers to go over. 93% of the money bet on this market is for the Steelers to go over. So maybe our audience was very aware that the Steelers have been a very stable organization all these years. I think whether it's Justin Fields, Russell Wilson, or a combination of both, that's an upgrade at quarterback over Kenny Pickett, Mason Rudolph, and Mitchell Trubisky of a season ago. That defense still has Micah Fitzpatrick, TJ Watt. They add Patrick Queen. I trust in Mike Tomlin. The people appear to as well. We'll see it for White in 2024.
Typically, though, doesn't it make you a little wary when all the money's on one side?
It's not something that is usually comfortable when the public is so heavily invested on one side. They didn't build all those casinos out in Las Vegas by the public being right that often. But it is Tomlin and the Steelers, and I will keep betting on them until they prove otherwise.
There we go. Tyler giving us his thoughts on this Steelers team.
As a passionate Philadelphia Eagles fan, hearing Nakobe Dean's confident declaration about earning the starting linebacker job fills me with excitement and optimism. Dean's journey through the NFL has been a mix of promise and challenge, and his determination to prove himself as an every-down weak-side linebacker showcases his resilience and commitment to the team. Unyielding determination. Nakobe Dean's unwavering determination to secure a starting position is a testament to his character. Despite facing a challenging season marred by a foot injury that sidelined him for 7 games, Dean's resolve to bounce back stronger is inspiring. His willingness to welcome competition from seasoned players like Devin White and promising newcomers like Jeremiah Trotter Jr. speaks volumes about his confidence and competitive spirit. Dean's mindset is exactly what we need in a linebacker, a player who thrives under pressure and embraces challenges head-on. Demonstrated potential. In his limited appearances last season, Dean showed flashes of his potential with 30 tackles and 0.5 sacks in just 5 games. These stats, though modest, hint at what Dean is capable of when fully healthy and given consistent playing time. His performance in those games provides a glimpse of the impact he can have on our defense. As fans, we can appreciate his grit and tenacity, knowing that these qualities can translate into significant contributions on the field. Embracing the competition. Dean's approach to competition is commendable. By welcoming the challenge posed by Devin White and Jeremiah Trotter Jr., he is not only demonstrating his confidence, but also fostering a competitive environment that can elevate the entire team's performance. Competition brings out the best in players, and Dean's readiness to face it head-on is a positive indicator of his growth mindset. This attitude will not only push him to perform at his best, but also inspire his teammates to raise their game. Overcoming adversity. Dean's journey hasn't been without its hurdles. From playing just 34 defensive snaps as a rookie to dealing with injuries that hampered his progress, he has faced significant adversity. However, his ability to persist and continue striving for excellence is what sets him apart. Overcoming these challenges will not only make him a better player but also endear him to fans who admire resilience and perseverance. Versatility and potential impact. Dean's versatility is another strength that cannot be overlooked. As a weak-side linebacker, his ability to read plays, make quick decisions, and execute tackles effectively can greatly enhance our defense. His agility and football IQ allow him to adapt to various situations, making him a valuable asset. If Dean can stay healthy and consistently showcase his skills, he has the potential to be a cornerstone of our defense for years to come. Fan support and expectations. As fans, we have high expectations for Nakobe Dean. We believe in his talent and his ability to rise above challenges. His journey is a testament to the fact that nothing is guaranteed in the NFL, and success comes to those who are willing to fight for it. Dean's commitment to earning his spot, coupled with his natural abilities, gives us hope that he will become a key player in our defense. In conclusion, Nakobe Dean's declaration of readiness to earn the starting linebacker job is a powerful statement of his dedication and ambition. His resilience, potential, and competitive spirit make him a player to watch closely this season. As Eagles fans, we stand behind him, eagerly anticipating the impact he will make on the field. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Lúcero sobre renovação. Estou aqui para e pelo Fortaleza. Jogador é artilheiro da equipe com 22 gols marcados na temporada. Lúcero desejava fazer de Fortaleza sua casa por muito tempo, balançar as redes diversas vezes e ganhar títulos. Logo na primeira temporada, ajudou o time sendo artilheiro com 24 gols, levantou taça e agora completa a lista com a renovação até o fim de 2027. É um momento onde eu me sinto muito bem. Como eu falei, o clube ajuda que o meu rendimento seja desta maneira e desta forma. Os meus companheiros, principalmente, sem eles não faria os gols que eu fiz. Então, eu acho que encontrei toda a ajuda trabalhando no clube que está em crescimento. Isso fez que eu me sinta bem dentro de campo. El Gato tem 46 gols marcados, 11 assistências e 108 jogos disputados e também 2 títulos. Neste ano, o artilheiro balançou as redes 22 vezes e está próximo do marco da temporada passada. O desejo de somar taças ainda é forte e Lúcero quer coisas a mais com o Leão. Sempre sonho grande, sempre sonhei em ganhar a Libertadores. Agora, um Brasileirão, sabendo o quanto é difícil. Sempre tenho metas e sonho olhando para cima. Então, sonho em ganhar títulos, querendo mais. São todos importantes, tanto cearense, Copa do Nordeste e Sul-Americana, que desejo e é muito importante para nós, torcida e para o clube, destacou. Mesmo com apenas 2 anos no Leão, o sentimento de pertencimento é forte. É tudo. Estou aqui para e pelo Fortaleza. É isso, galera. Mais notícias, continuem por dentro do nosso canal ou acessem o site oficial do GE para mais informações. Eu vou ficando por aqui. Obrigada a todos.